Alright guys, so I believe I figured out the ending to Piggy, how it's all going to end in Chapter 12 when that update comes. So if you don't know, Piggy is supposed to end in Chapter 12. That's what the developer Minitoon has stated numerous times before. And while I've been doing a lot of theory crafting, I've been doing a lot of thinking, I've been looking around all the notes and everything, and I think I figured it out. And I believe it all has to do with you and this mysterious figure, the guy watching you, or the girl watching you at the end of Chapter 9 in the city, the person behind the trash can. Now this is probably going to be a little bit of a crazy video. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be thrown at you here because this is some pretty big information. I haven't seen any other YouTubers or really anyone talk about this, so buckle up and let's get into this. So hopefully you've all played Chapter 9 by now, and you know at the end, the mysterious figure is watching. You're trying to figure out who it is. Well, in yesterday's video, I guessed that this was actually Molly Mole simply because it's the only new character that it really adds up to. Molly Mole, moles don't have ears, and this character also doesn't have ears, so it can't be any other type of animal. Well, that's what I thought, at least, until a member sent me this picture here. So first off, shame on this member for hacking, but number two, he actually managed to delete the trash can from in front of this mysterious figure. And if you can see, this mysterious figure actually looks a lot like a Roblox character. This person, whatever it is obviously not any animal that we've seen before in the game. It doesn't even look like an animal at all. It looks more like a Roblox character. In fact, I actually made my Roblox avatar look exactly like this, and I'll put a picture on the screen. So does that mean that this is actually a human? Does that mean our Roblox characters are human? That's been a big question for a lot of players since the beginning. Are our Roblox characters in this supposed to be animals, or are they supposed to be, Roblox humans? And well, if this avatar, if this mysterious figure does turn out to be like this, then I think that means we're humans, and that this person is also a human as well. The only two humans so far in the story. Now that adds up, because if you look at Peppa Pig and you go through the timeline, in Peppa Pig, everyone is an animal except for two people. Two people in the story are humans. And well, if we look at this, we've got us, and then we've got this person. So, okay, so this person might be a human. What do they want? Why are they watching us? What's going on? Well, that's where this gets pretty crazy. So here we go. This is going to be insane. So before we talk about the ending of Piggy, we need to first go back to Chapter 1, because there's a lot of stuff that people don't really talk about and they kind of skip over. So in Chapter 1, we are a police officer. We arrive at George Piggy's house, and George is missing. We're trying to find out what's going on. We step out of the police car, we hear a noise in the bushes, and then, smack, we get knocked out and put in the house. Now, a lot of people assume the infected Piggy that's in the house kind of did that. He knocked us out, drug us in the house, all that stuff. But here's the thing. The one thing we know about the infected animals is that they can't think properly. The only thing they do is attack, attack, attack. They don't talk, and they certainly can't think of elaborate puzzles and traps. That's just not something they can do. So that means whoever put us in that house, whoever knocked us out, was doing so as some sort of experiment, which means it was probably Mr. P, but Mr. P was working at the hospital. Keep in mind, Mr. P has been at the hospital. We know that from the notes throughout the story. Mr. P works at the hospital. He funds the hospital, so he needs accomplices for this. That's where I think this mysterious figure comes into play. I think this guy is the guy that knocked you out and put you in the house in Chapter 1. Now, they did this as some sort of experiment to see how you would fare against these infected animals. Obviously, you then escape from the house miraculously, and you go to your police station, you meet up with your pal Doggy, and then you guys escape to the forest. Now, this is where the story gets pretty crazy, because while you're sleeping in the forest, whenever you wake up, you find out that Doggy has been infected. Now, here's the thing, all right? If the apocalypse is going on, that means there's not probably very many people left, and the only way to get infected is by drinking a potion that someone has to give you. There's literally no other way to get infected that the story has told us so far. So that means that Doggy had to have been given the potion by someone. Now, again, a lot of people assume that a monster gave Doggy the potion, but that doesn't make sense, because Doggy, or infected animals, they can't think. They can't do anything. They can't talk. So how would an infected animal that can't think or talk give Doggy a potion, much less even make a potion that would turn them infected? Like, that doesn't make sense. Now, the only other character that could have given Doggy the potion is Mr. P, but again, that doesn't make sense, because Mr. P was not in the forest at the time. He was at the school with his pal Bunny. That's what's revealed in the next chapter. And this is where this mysterious figure, this mysterious character comes into play again. I think this mysterious character, all right, as another human that looks like you, came up to Doggy, gave Doggy the potion, and then that's how Doggy got infected. This person has been watching you and following you the entire time. Now, this leads me into the next big plot twist here. You are immune. All right, I'm just going to say, I think our characters are immune to this whatever it is, this potion, this infectious potion. And the reason why is because at the end of the school chapter, after you find Bunny and after you run into Mr. P, you pass out. You get sick, you pass out, and you wake up at the hospital. Now, we know that we are a police officer, all right? Now, a police officer is not just going to pass out from being exhausted. You know, police officers are in tip-top shape, you know what I mean? So I think we got infected. But if we got infected and we passed out and started turning into a monster here, when did we get infected? Again, this goes back to chapter 4. I think we got infected whenever Doggy got infected. We were asleep. I think someone gave us the potion while we were sleeping. Now, this also explains another critical detail, all right? So at the end of the hospital chapter, all right, Mr. P leaves us in the hospital. Why did Mr. P leave us? It's because he thinks we're infected. He thinks we're dead pretty much. So here's what I think happened. So at the end of the forest chapter, you know, right before you wake up and, you know, you see Doggy's infected, I think this mysterious figure gave you the potion while you were sleeping. Obviously, this potion doesn't take effect immediately. It takes a few hours for it to take effect. So skip a few hours, you know, in the future, and you come face to face with Mr. P in the sewers, and boom, the potion starts taking effect. And then they take you to the hospital. Obviously, Mr. P works at the hospital. He's the one who owns the hospital. He's the one who funds the hospital. So obviously, he takes you there. A few hours pass. You don't wake up from this. You're not waking up. Obviously, the doctor in the hospital starts getting infected. And so Mr. P, he's like, well, that didn't work. You're infected. I'm out. So he leaves in the helicopter. Now, this is a big development here that not a lot of people are talking about. Mr. P, that was the last time you interacted with Mr. P. Mr. P does not know you're alive. He thinks you're gone because it's not until after Mr. P is left that you wake up. You're like, wow, okay, I didn't turn into a monster. I'm actually here. So I guess we're immune. And then that's when we escape from the hospital. We go to the metro. We go to the carnival. We meet up with Zizzy and Arthur. He looks like Arthur, right? You know, the TV show Arthur. That's exactly what Pony looks like. That's when we meet up with him. And then that's also when we go to the city and we run finally into the mysterious figure that's been watching us this entire time. So what this means is that if we are immune to this, then obviously that's what Mr. P has been looking for this entire time. He's been infecting people to try and figure out how to uninfect them, how to get them, you know, how to get a cure, how to make a cure. So I think what's going to end up happening is you're going to be like the player character, are the key to all this. You're going to be the cure to everybody. Like, I guess it's in your blood or DNA somehow. Now, I'm not really sure how you're immune to all this. We don't really know that yet, but if we go by the story, it does in fact look like we are immune from this. So obviously, let me know what you guys think about all this down in the comment section below. I know this is a lot to go over, so hopefully I conveyed all this in a pretty easy to follow way. I know there was a lot of crazy stuff here, so let me know what you guys think about all this down in the comment section below. And if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more Piggy theories, some more Piggy predictions, some more Piggy everything, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and let me know down in the comment section below that you subscribed, and I'll try my best to respond to your comment, heart your comment, and tell you thank you. And obviously keep using star code RealKreek as well. It helps me buy a lot of Robux codes that I can give out to you guys. So thank you guys very much for using star code RealKreek when buying your Robux and your premium. And yeah, guys, Piggy chapter 10, that's gonna be coming out this week. I'm excited. We're gonna see if I'm right. We're gonna see if this mysterious figure is indeed a human, because looking at it does appear to be a human. So we'll see. We will see. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.